Hello all my YouTube friends, this is John at Left-Handed Models, and this is a special video. It won't be released until the project actually gets delivered because it is for a customer. The customer has a boyfriend whose father died in an Daytona NASCAR accident in 1969. It turns out I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks before this man was born. And that's a special deal. I heard the story and I said, well, yeah, I'm going to try to build what I can on that. And hopefully it'll turn out okay. And luckily I have some pictures of the actual car and of this gentleman's father. And I'll see if I can do it justice. So I'll show you what the kit is here, and it'll be released. Oh, I don't know how long it's going to take me to build this, so it'll be released later. So I found some pictures on the internet of what this gentleman's car looked like. It's a silver 1966 Mercury Comet, and so it would have had the 427 with 2 4-barrels and in full NASCAR trim, which it was raced in the Permatex 300, which was well, nowadays it's Xfinity, and it was the Busch Clash, and I'm not sure well, it must have been Permatex something. But I did notice they still had all the chrome trim all around the windows, even though it was a racing car. And so I'll have to bare metal foil it. And here's another couple pictures, and so I can get the stance of the car and what it looked like, and I'll be able to duplicate it better that way. And I'm pretty sure this is the gentleman's father. It's hard to see in these pictures, but I'm sure that's what the deal is. And then this is a picture of Don MacTavish, and this definitely shows all the chrome and glass at that time too. And so I'll have to figure out how to make the decals, because I don't know how to tell somebody to make the decals. I don't have close-up pictures of the whole car, and so I'll do the best I can though. It should be easy to duplicate the inside, because it's got the old style racer seat. It's got a full roll bar. It wouldn't have the petty bar, because that wasn't developed until later in the 70s, because this would have been, at the latest, this would have been 1969. And Don was an up-and-coming racer. And so I'm hoping to do him justice. And if I have a driver's figure, I'm going to see what I can do with that too. So the models I'm going to use, the Mercury Cyclone comes in a 67 version, which has the wrong grille. This kit also has the 390 single 4-barrel, and of course it's definitely not a NASCAR racer. And so I've got one of those for the basic kit, because the basic body in 66 and 67 was the same. Now, the thing I needed was this grill. It turns out that the 66 Fairlane had the same grill. Well, this kit also comes with the 427 with 2 4-barrels. So it's going to turn out pretty good, and I may be able to use some of the decals. I'm hoping so. So we'll see how this goes. As time goes on, I will add everything to this video. And so I will probably say every time, if you like my videos, please subscribe. And thank you. This is the next update on my NASCAR group build for car number 5. The NASCAR kit, nor of course the Comet kit, came with an air cleaner like they would have used in 1969. All the pictures I find on the internet of 1966 through 69 show this style of air cleaner. So what I did was, the center part of the air cleaner is the actual top of the air cleaner. I had to trim it to put it inside this case here, which I made. I made a pattern first, and it looked pretty good, so I went ahead and went from that and cut 2 pieces of, I think it was 15 thousandths styrene, and then put a piece of styrene, a narrow piece, around the edges, glued it a little and turned it and glued it and turned it. And that took, a while because of turning it, letting it dry. And it turned out great. I just love it. It took a long time for me to get the edges smooth, because, I've spent off and on, 10 minutes a day for 2 weeks, pretty much. But I finally got it to where I like it. Let's see if I can get this there's green plug wires, like the ones I have found that were Fords, that were NASCAR ones, green plug wires. The little water tank, that was a problem to find. It shows it on the Fords, NASCAR Fords of that era, but the Ford cars of that era did not have that anymore. It was only on earlier cars. It so happened, I think I found it in a 59 Fairlane or something like that. The internet shows 2 red bottles. Does not explain what they are. I know one's a fire bottle, and I don't know if the other one's another fire bottle or if it's like something else, but there it is. Let's see, I added the seat belts. The NASCAR car didn't even come with seat belts. And so that's in there. Let's see, I took the oil cooler off of here because the oil cooler on the 427s was a lot smaller, because they didn't think they needed one. And so I made it smaller. And let's see, the pipe's all hooked up and everything. This is the NASCAR 427. I happen to have a Ford that had a 427 in it. It's got the right valve covers and everything. And so that's looking good. And essentially, unless I need to do a windshield brace for the back. And I haven't figured out how that works yet. The windshield brace for the front was pretty easy, and there is only one on the car I'm modeling. And most of the other ones from 1969, for that matter. The hood, as some of you know, on the 67 Comet has hood scoops molded in. And so I was real worried about that. I thought I would have to cut them out and lay a piece in there and then try to get it smooth. But while researching, I found somebody else who was doing essentially the same thing, making a 66 from a 67. And what he did was sanded off the scoops and put a filler piece in, and then filled around in it with putty. And this is not finished, and I don't know if you could see the scratches or not, but there are still scratches. And so I've got probably a few hours of sanding and with finer and finer grains to get it to be smooth. Now, I've removed the windshield wipers, but I still have to do a little bit more work here on the I don't know what, the vent, because it's not quite right. The 67 had little things in there. I guess they were emblems, and so I need to finish that out better. I removed the stock gas cap cover and filled that in with putty, and as it turns out, I did a pretty good job on that. This, I drilled a hole the size that I thought it should be as comparing to the NASCAR car, and put a flat piece of styrene on the back. Oh, you can see it. And then I put a little piece of solid tubing in there for the gas cap. And that looks pretty good. The door handles I took off, but I don't know if that shows up or not, but I need to sand that better. And this is the very first coat of primer, so I'm real happy that that door is gone. That hardly needs any sanding on either door panel. And so that's looking really good. And oh, the holes are for hood pins. The NASCAR kit had hood pins, and so I looked, and the racers from 69 had 2 hood pins there, and then they had 3 on the hood. I have yet to drill the holes in the hood because I just haven't done it yet. And so that's where I am so far. And this is, I think it's my 3rd update or my 2nd update after the beginning, and it's coming along nicely, and I'm real happy with it. So, and I'm hoping the client is. She, I sent her a picture of the chassis saying the chassis was done and the body was being worked on, and the decals are in process. And she sent back a elation. So I was real happy with that. And so if you, I'll sign off here until I get the next part done, which I'm hoping I should have all the decals done and all the paint done and everything finished up. But it might take a while because of decals. I don't know if I'm going to have them made or if I can figure out how to do it myself. So, thanks for watching. This is a painting update on my 69 NASCAR build using a 66 Ford Fairlane 427. And I had trouble with the paint on the trunk, and after my fourth try at it, it came out good. Now the sides were perfect until I pulled the tape off, in which case this door was untouched and these peeled up. I had treated none of this different. Now when I was having trouble with this, these were perfect. They had no bubbles, no nothing. It was just great. Now the tape I used was painter's tape, you know, so it's supposed to come off real easy. But I have since found that even less adhesive is available on this tape, which is called a general purpose masking tape. Whoops. And I get mine at Ace. And it's their cheapest also, by the way, and it's got very little stickum on it. It seems to work better, and that's what I'm going to use this next time to tape it. But I'll incorporate this video with the others. Today is very early on Sunday, March the 16th. So hopefully the next update will be in only a few days, and this will all look good. So thank you for now, and on to the next part. And so this would be the final installment. As you're watching it all in a row, I guess it's just one installment of my it's a 1966 Ford Fairlane, and it's got a NASCAR chassis. It's all finished. The finish in the pictures I saw was not chrome, it was more silvery, and I think that's because they modified them. They pulled the bumpers in so they'd be a little more streamlined, and put a little spoiler here, even though that's probably not what it's even supposed to look like, but in the pictures that's where it is, just that little bit to help the airflow. It's got the standard steel wheels, which they would have been the police issue wheels because they were stronger. For the let's see, the sportsman class, The car was actually raced last in 1969, and for the Sportsman class, there's just one window bar. And this was Don MacTavish's car, and he elected not to go with a window net, so there's no window net, which actually makes it easier to see the inside with the seat and the seat belts. The seat was not a standard, well, what we now consider standard NASCAR seat. There was no side bolsters or anything. It was pretty much just a straight racing seat. The shifter's the Longhurst shifter. Let's see. Oh, you can actually see it. The dash was pretty much just a standard flat piece, just like any other NASCAR racer. I found early NASCAR decals, and so that they're the period decals that were on the car. So it came out, those came out really good. The 427, now it says 427 on the hood, but from what I was reading, they actually de-stroked them to 405s and got a weight break in NASCAR because of that. And so I tried to make a very good rendition. The headlights turned out good. I took my plastic and a hole punch and punched them out so that they would be round. And there was only one window bar. I guess I said that. The glass in the pictures, it has vent windows. It has the back windows rolled up, and all the chrome is on it still. Of course, in nowadays they would not allow that. The door handles are shaved so that the doors would have been welded shut. Of course, with the roll bar in there, you have to get in over the roll bar anyway. The color was a silver on the bottom and a white on the top, and then the hood and the trunk lid were the silver, which is, and in the pictures it was hard to decide that, because in the pictures there's no like picture from above, so you have to look across the metal to see the colors, and it was very hard to get the colors right, just to make sure that it was close to the real car. The hood pins are located like they were on the real car, and of course the hood doesn't like to stay on, but most of them don't. I got a little backdrop here that'll go over it. So, and I'm hoping to have a checkerboard for the bottom, so it looks like a finish line area. And that's it. I'm pretty happy with this car. It was a lot of work. The paint gave me trouble. The decals gave me trouble. These decals here, even though they look to be new, they did not stick very well. Some of them I actually had to glue on with white glue. Just a very, very thin layer of white glue before I covered it over with the floor polish. Floor polish will make them stick. They'll stick forever now. The 427 and the Gene White Company and the 5s were all made by me. Well, by my wife. She's the graphic artist. And then I couldn't get the top 5 to come out right, so we painted it in red, and then I had to silver the inside, because on the real car you could see other things in it. I mean, it is very reflective. So anyway, that's how it is. And if you like my video, please give me a like and a subscribe. This was a very adventurous build, to say the least. And thank you for watching.